This experience happened when I was 23 years old. At that time, I had just graduated from school and joined my first job. In order to fit in better with the group, I actively participated in all the activities organized by the company. We joined a club. Here we could rent RVs, camping equipment, and boats. Among the activities they offer is a rafting day trip. Basically, everyone in my company participated in it. I was tempted to decline because I can't swim. My colleague said it was very safe and I reluctantly bought a ticket as well. Our group tour was scheduled for August. It rained a lot that summer and the current was more turbulent than normal. By the morning of the event day, I set out in a single kayak. I felt that the paddle seemed easy and not as dangerous as I thought it would be. At noon, we had lunch on the shore, took a break, and then continued on to the more challenging sections. The guide led our group into the most dangerous part of the river. This river is located between canyons and there are also some big rocks in the river. The guide gave us some tips and precautions. And we set off. I was at the end of the line. I was very nervous to face such a challenge. I felt like I couldn't control my kayak. Soon I hit a rock and I fell into the cold water. Even though I was wearing a life jacket, the current managed to swamp me. The pounding of the river took my breath away and I began to lose my way. I could see the sky above me, but I couldn't reach the water. The current was dragging me down and I felt I was going to die here. With my last strength I prayed, "God, please help me." I grew weaker and weaker and eventually stopped struggling. I was limp in the cold water and I was in darkness before my eyes. Suddenly, my pain disappeared. It turned white around me, and I passed through a tunnel. As the pain left me, I felt warmth and a sense of peace about my surroundings. Pure love entered me. As I left the tunnel, I realized that the lower half of my body disappeared. All I could see was what looked like a tail attached to my body. The tail glowed white. I saw a room in front of me. The room was made of clouds and the room didn't feel very solid. There were 2 people in the room. And they were like shining crystals. The light shone on them, forming a rainbow. One of them was much bigger than the other one. I was scared of them, and they seemed to realize it. Instantly, they turned into angels. A little different from the angels I had imagined, because they had no wings. When they spoke, their messages were sent telepathically. They could read my thoughts. I looked into their eyes and love radiated from their eyes. It was as if they knew me well and I didn't feel uncomfortable. One of the angels said, "You have come too soon, you should not be here now. You must go back and finish your work on earth. Now that you are here, we will show you something." The angel took a very thick book, which did not contain words, but some pictures and videos. I saw scenes from my life, like watching a movie. They showed me a person I didn't know. I couldn't see his face clearly, and there were 2 very cute children. One of the angels said, "You have to go back, you have to live for them. You must go back into your body." Instantly, I was transported to another dimension. I could hear the most beautiful music. The breeze blew through the leaves. I could feel all the things around me. Animals and all kinds of plants. I became one with them. I look up and see a huge ball of light, who shines with the warmest light. It was like God was touching my skin. He knows me and he loves me, no matter how bad my life was on earth. But here I am perfect. I feel no pain. The angel took me higher and I could see a huge waterfall with no beginning and no end. I could feel the loved ones who had died all around me. But I didn't see them. We walked through golden fields, and at the end of the fields there was a huge tree with golden leaves growing on it. When the breeze blew, the leaves fell from the branches. Then, the leaves turned into birds of various colors. There was a lake next to it. When I looked closer, I noticed that the lake water had a shine to it, like liquid mercury. When you look closer, you can see the people living on the earth. The angel said to me, "You cannot cross this barrier. It is time for you to return to earth. You have work to do." I felt very sad. I cried and begged him to let me stay. He said, "I will come to pick you up at the right time." And with that, he sent me back into my body. All the water I had inhaled came out of my mouth. I finally got some air. A lifeguard grabbed my life jacket. Together, the others pulled me aboard. Back on Earth, I felt very confused as to why I had stayed here and what my job was to stay. I now realize that I can help those who are lost through my story. This must be one of the jobs God has given me.